brave a blizzard, kill in cold blood, I'm sure I don't know. You'd be surprised what a man would do. Starting to see pictures, ain't you? Got room for one more?
I ain't too anxious to be handing out rides.
Real trusting fella, huh?
Not so much. Ain't no way I'm spending a couple of nights under a roof with somebody I don't know who they are. So who are you? Okay, everybody, hear this. I'm taking this woman to hang. Reward's $10,000. That money's mine, boys.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hold on! You think I'm in cahoots with that fella or her?
That's my problem, boy. I don't know. One of them fellas will kill everybody in here. Now we're talking.
Let's slow it down. Let's slow it way down.
When you get to hell, tell him Daisy sent you.
Come on! You don't got that!
No one said this job's supposed to be easy.
Nobody said it's supposed to be that hard, neither.
Alright guys, that was the Hateful Eight official trailer. Yeah. Not the teaser, but the trailer one. So it's rated R, of course. It runs in at 187 minutes. It has a 74 on Rotten, budget of 44 million, and it grossed just about 54 million. Do you guys have anything you want to say about this film? Thoughts? I know James just watched it for the first time recently. Yes. So do you have any standouts about this film?
I like it. I don't have any. I mean, I don't think it's a bad movie at all. You said it only made about 10 million more than it.
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising to me, just because. I mean, I just saw the movie right now, but I actually liked it. And I don't know how the general public took to it, but I think it was a good film.
I don't know what your theories are, but it could have been something like that he did another spaghetti western, because Inglourious is considered a spaghetti western film.
Okay.
And Django is obviously a clear-cut spaghetti western, so it might have been just that they wanted something different from him.
Yeah, I like his takes though on the spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, because
I like that feeling.
That's not a genre that's being done at all.
Yeah.
So I think that it's really cool that he's trying to keep it alive, even if it's in his kind of different way. So that's fun. And I love westerns, so I don't really have a problem with that. But just as far as the general public, I think maybe that's why. Maybe they didn't go watch it as far as something else that he might do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What about you, Chris? You're all oddly quiet, right?
No, I like it a lot. It was one of my favorite movies of that year. I'm not sure why a lot of people didn't like it.
It did come out on Christmas, and it's relatively a long film.
Well, I mean, so did Django. So did Jackie Brown. Yes, it is. Its length is something, because it's... how long was it when you just watched it? Do you know?
It said 180... I watched it on that website. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So did it have the intermission little thing?
No, it did not.
Did it have the overture at the beginning?
Yes,
it did.
It did.
Okay, so you saw the Roadshow edition.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, at least that's what was on. Because I watched it. I have the Blu-ray, and I got all the way to the end, like last maybe I think 15 minutes left of the movie, and that's when we came to part one of this, and then I just finished it on that website today, and so they're a little different, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I like it, but I've only ever seen the Roadshow edition.
Yeah, me as well.
Which is what they released on Christmas. It was 70 millimeter.
Yeah.
It was one of the first like big 70 millimeter releases in like 25 years since like the early 90s.
Yeah.
I'd heard that it was the first one to be shot on whatever film that he shot on since like 1966.
Like Ultra Panavision, or I mean, those might be the cameras, but yeah, it was Ultra Panavision. So what they did was he wanted it in 70 millimeter, which is cool. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was, since most of the film takes place indoors.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's kind of odd to want to shoot in 70 millimeter when, you know, if it were like outside or if you had like a lot of vistas and everything. I mean, Django Unchained would have been awesome in 70 millimeter.
A lot of his establishing shots and a lot of the beginning film is build up to the what's it called, the haberdashery, right? And they look beautiful.
Yeah,
because I saw it, I think maybe twice in 70 millimeter, and actually at Grossmont. Which was really cool, and like he was saying, they did the Roadhouse edition. So when you went in, they handed you a pamphlet, and it had all of these kind of behind the scenes photos and things about the film, and it was really cool because that never really happens.
That's cool.
So leave it to Tarantino to kind of bring something, a dead, you know, how do you say, like, resurrect something like that. I thought it was super cool.
And what made the Roadshow edition cool was in the theater. You got the program and everything, but it also had, I think it's like a 5-minute overture in the beginning where it's just the title card with the stagecoach and the music that plays. It had a 12-minute intermission.
So you can go to the bathroom, get fucking food or whatever you want.
And
but that's like a testament to how long the film is, because it's broken up into two films, or not films, but two sections. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You have it's pretty much like an investment to go watch it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that had kind of like it hurt it in the long run as far as the box office. Like, because you know how people, I feel like this new generation has a very short attention span. So
like anything over 2 hours, they don't bother.
Yeah.
Unless it's Transformers.
Oh man!
But I've only ever seen the Roadshow edition, so I'm kind of remiss to like watch it anywhere else because I really liked the overture. I also I don't know because I haven't seen the other version. I also heard that the 70 millimeter Roadshow edition is longer by X amount of minutes. I mean, film-wise, I'm not talking the intermission or the overture or anything. I mean, film-wise, and I also heard that Tarantino has alternate takes because it will look better on 70 millimeter, and some takes he didn't think would look great, like on the smaller screen. So that's why.
So the Blu-ray is quite possibly different.
It might,
I don't, because that's the only film that I don't own as of now. I never bought Hateful Eight because I was waiting for that 70 millimeter Roadshow edition to come out on the Blu-ray or whatever.
Is there any plans for that coming out?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything beyond like the regular Blu-ray for it.
They take a few years because I know they just released that Grindhouse like as a double feature.
Okay.
Maybe in the last 5 years, and it's been out for way longer than that. So it takes them a while.
But it was cool to see it on 70 millimeter. Like I said, that was a major release in 70 millimeter, and that hadn't been done in 20 or 25 years. But Weinstein made a big investment, equipping 100 theaters around the country with the 70 millimeter projector and equipment and everything. I mean, some were already there, but they had to install those projectors at a lot of locations and everything. I don't know what all that cost, but it had to have been a lot.
Yeah.
Was it you that told me about the Star Wars fight with him and Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a big thing. He wanted to show it in the Cinerama Dome,
which is in LA,
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because he's from Los Angeles and everything. He wanted to really see it on the Dome in
That's
70
his
millimeter
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Disney had Star Wars. The Force Awakens was out at that time, and they wanted that on the Dome and in IMAX and everything. And because there was only maybe 2 weeks between the releases, Star Wars I think was locked in for like a month or something.
Oh wow, okay.
Or 6 weeks or whatever, in the Dome. And I don't know the facts. I'd have to look up the facts again, but I think Tarantino was locked in for the Dome. Yeah. And then Star Wars is going to come out, and I think Disney really threw their weight around and said, show the movie or else you won't get.
Oh.
You won't get it.
Yeah.
Period. Or you won't get it like any other Star Wars films or something. So Cinerama had to make a business decision.
Yeah.
And Tarantino got screwed out of it, and I think he's very upset, as well he should be, because from what I know, he had that locked down, and that fell through. But I don't know what exactly contributed to the failure of the film. Maybe it's because, the first half definitely is more dialogue heavy, but I don't complain about that like I do with Death Proof, because the dialogue actually fleshes out the characters very well.
I think that's a film. Hateful Eight, in particular, is something that gets better with each watch.
Yeah,
because it is so dialogue heavy that you definitely pick up on things that maybe you didn't. From one viewing to the next. Each time, there's something that new that you can notice.
Yeah,
and I really like that, because the first time I was like, this film is okay, but it's not necessarily all that I thought it was going to be. And then when I watched it again, I was like, oh, and now I get it. It was like that little light bulb clicked on, and I was like, I get what he was trying to do. You know what I mean? Or it really does flow great. Particularly the second time, it felt because this is almost like a 3-hour movie, right?
Yeah. I think with the intermission and the overture, it's like 3 hours 10 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that to me because I was enjoying it so much. And the casting call for this one in particular, I think it was really, really good. Everybody plays off because you had to.
Yeah.
Everybody plays off everybody really well.
And they're all pretty much in the same place on screen together at the same time for the majority of the film,
which is a callback to Reservoir Dogs.
Okay,
yeah,
I really like that he's kind of going back to his roots, where he's taking it's that sense of less is more, and for this one, I thought it if he was gonna do another spaghetti western, I'm glad that he did it in this sense, because it was different than his other two.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it was a kind of a different take, so that justifies why he did another one in this style. So I like that.
Can I just say how much I love the cast and how much I love Walt Goggins?
Yeah. What about Bruce Dern?
Everyone is great in it. Bruce Dern is great. Michael Madsen and Tim Roth, and obviously the 4 main characters in the film. But I love Walt Goggins. He's Chris Mannix. He's the sheriff.
Yeah,
and he's so good in the movie, especially at the beginning when they're he's out in the snow and they pick him up, and then he has the whole conversation with Samuel L. Jackson in the carriage.
Yeah,
and then when Sam Jackson pulls the gun on him, he's immediately trying to change his tune and back off.
He goes on that rant about the South and everything. Yeah. I was just talking, friend.
Yeah.
I was just talking.
With that being said, have you seen? Are you guys familiar with Vice Principals?